All right, here we are. We're doing this live. Not exactly. We're going to get live with you guys soon, but we're testing out some new stuff. Welcome to the post game. Knicks lose game 2 of the preseason, 99-91 to the same team they played in game 1, Detroit. Before we get into points, you have like 5 points in the breakdown. What's up, Mom?
What's up, son?
How you feeling? How you feeling about tonight? Generally?
I'm actually good with tonight. It's a preseason game. I'm not stressing about it at all. I'm actually I was happy to see Quickly play, but I'm also very happy to just see the young guys out there making mistakes, learning as they're going on, and giving effort. I did definitely feel like I saw good effort still coming from both Quickly and Obi. And to be honest, the team. I really felt that way. I did.
I'm not so positive, but let's start off with one thing I can actually be positive about, which is RJ Barrett. What a game from him tonight. 25 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. He looked not just active out there, but he also looked like he was calm. I thought the first game he was rushing a lot, took some bad shots, started 0 for 5, grew into the game in the second half. Today he came out from the jump, hitting a jump shot, getting to the rim. The game opened up for him. The game slowed down for him. He looked like the best player on the team tonight, which is what you want. You want RJ Barrett to be the best player on this team. That's what we need for this franchise. So, RJ, how are you feeling?
He was our third pick. We always knew that he could do this. First season, yes, I know he struggled a little bit. And even, second, yeah, I mean, listen, I think that what he showed us tonight is what we wanted to see. He obviously also feels a lot better when he starts scoring. And we need scorers on the team. This is exactly what we need him to be doing. He's falling into his role. He's falling into his role, and it's good. It's good. I was really happy for him tonight.
Yeah, it froze a bit there. I don't know if we'll see on the broadcast if it froze as well. He looked fluid today. He looked like he was in his zone. It's nice to see him with veterans and still being the star, though. And it goes into my second point. Really, this starting lineup does not work. I don't care that they came back in the third quarter. We had a really, really poor start. And Tibbs plays the same lineup as the first game. And at first game I was like, all right, Tibbs, I'm not gonna hate on you just yet. They're gonna be like when I was hating on Fizdale all the time. Let it rock. We saw some things that worked, some things that didn't. Tonight he started again, and Detroit clearly adjusted. I was looking forward to seeing how Detroit would change because they're playing us again. They got a second look at us. And that lineup just has no spacing. The fact that an NBA team is playing zone defense against you in 2020 is crazy. There's just not enough shooting in that lineup. Burks is the only good shooter, and you saw Burks hitting some jumpers tonight. But I really, really hope for the third game that lineup changes and we get some mix because there's just not enough shooting. The paint is clogged. It's the same thing we saw last year with Randall and RJ being each other's areas. And Randall, again, annoyed me tonight. Though he didn't have that bad a game, I just think his play style does not benefit the guys around him.
Listen, I got to give Randall his props for that 3-pointer at the end of the at the end of the half. At the end of the
I don't care.
But I'm trusting Tibbs. I feel completely fine with what he's doing. It's the second game. I don't care he went with the same lineup. He's trying out different things. I think maybe what you were expecting was that game one, he's going to have this lineup. Game 2, the second lineup. I think it's fine for him to stay with the same lineup. He's still testing them out. We can't judge them off of one game. I'm not ready to do that. I'm ready to really kind of trust him. He knows what's going on, and let him rock and do what he wants to do.
But to be honest, I'm not against Tibbs at all. I'm not even saying anything about Tibbs. I'm actually, like I said, I was.
Well, you made
this game. It's like whatever. When I saw it tonight, it wasn't like upset or anything. But my thing is overall, it just doesn't work. Like I'm hoping now that he sees it doesn't work, and I hope that third quarter comeback didn't fool him. Because the thing is, no matter how good a certain lineup can play in a moment, if there are fundamental issues, as in not enough shooting in a single lineup. When Detroit sucks, they're not a good team at all. We're playing against a bunch of guys who are not going to get minutes in the NBA. So when you're playing better teams, they're going to play 2-3 zone against us. We're not going to be able to shoot out of it. Clearly, they were like, okay, let me see you guys shoot. And we can't shoot. We're a bad shooting team still. And it's not just that we're a bad shooting team. It's that the lineups on the court do not optimize shooting the way they should. If Burks is your only shooter, it's really easy to say, all right, RJ, let me see if you can shoot. All right, Julius. All right, Noel, who can't shoot, or Alfred, who can't shoot either. I got to see a change, and I just hope that little flurry in the third quarter when we came back doesn't hang his hat on.
I definitely don't think that he's doing that. I definitely think he's doing that. I don't think he's doing that. Also, the only reason I brought that up, I think you made the Fizz reference. So because of the Fizz reference, I'm like, give Tom his time to like kind of get it together. Again, I'm not worried.
Yeah.
But let's see what happens on Wednesday's game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You froze a little bit there. I told you guys, tech issues, bear with us. First time, we're trying to figure it out. Up next, I want to talk about the point guard position tonight. Everybody was kind of poor, honestly. Alfred didn't do a lot. I thought Dennis looked very lost, even though his defense is a little bit better. I thought Frank the team was a bit more organized when Frank was out there. He hit a shot. He was okay, but he wasn't really good either. I think he only had the three-pointer. And a couple iffy passes, but his general play on the court I thought was good, and I thought Tibbs put him back out there late because he saw him just doing some of the right things. But Quickly comes in finally, and just his energy, I just really liked it. I really liked the Quickly Frank backcourt with RJ when we came in the second quarter trying to come back. It just felt like it made sense. My only thing was I felt like Quickly's really good off ball, and he was on the ball a bit too much. When he's off ball, he can run around, get off those screens, hit those threes like Ray Allen. So I thought, and Frank isn't really good off ball. So I actually thought Frank should have been on ball more, get Quickly open, get Quickly some three-pointers, because Quickly's a three-point guy. We didn't really see that tonight. Though I just liked his general demeanor and energy. I feel like Dennis Smith Jr. and Quickly, when I look at them, I just like Quickly way more, a much more positive player it feels on the court. And Dennis looks better than last year, but he still doesn't really look good, and he still looks a little bit lost.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. Remember my starting lineup, I had Quickly as the starter, as the point guard in the point guard position. So I loved everything you just said about him as well. I felt that there was absolutely no hesitation when he was playing.
Yeah.
And there was that shot where he got his own rebound and then he scored, which was really nice. So to me, he was showing great effort. And you made a joke and you said that Quickly is the American Frank, right? The American version of Frank. And like, I kind of like that because I see that extra level of confidence that we look for in Frank that we don't see in Frank. That's what I see from him. So I want to see him play more. I want to see him play some more. I don't know how many points he had tonight. If you can look at your stats right there. I think like 2 points. I think he had like 2 points.
You only had 2 points.
I think he had 2 points. I think he only had 2 points. But to be honest, I didn't really care about any of the scoring tonight so much. Again, it's a preseason game. And really, I just want to let these guys kind of flex and like feel themselves and like step. This was his first NBA game ever, right? So I'm just happy for them to like hit the court and start playing on this level.
Yeah. And we had some more issues there, guys. Again, we apologize. First time trying it out during this thing. If it really is bad, we're going to revert to doing it the normal way. But we're trying to upgrade our game here. Now, when it comes to just the point guard thing, one more thing I want to touch on before we move on to some of the other young players was Dennis Smith again tonight. People like Dennis a lot and we play him a lot. His athleticism is intriguing. And Tibbs had him out there again. And like I said, he looks a lot better than last year already. He has more energy, looks better on defense. But he just, for a guy who's supposed to be an offensive point guard, remember, the thing when you play Dennis is that, okay, he's going to score. Maybe he's not going to do everything else, but he's going to play and score. He felt unsure. It felt like he didn't know how to organize the offense, which is a big issue. He doesn't know how to be like, okay, guys, come on, you get there. And I think Frank does it just in terms of theory. Frank knows the plays, so he might be like, let's run this play. But Quickly out there, it kind of looked like, okay, I got it, guys, we're going to be good. And Dennis seems to like have almost like this, like monsters or something in Space Jam when they took the skills from the players and they just look a little bit lost out there because Dennis I don't know if it's confidence or anything like that, but Dennis just doesn't seem to have it. And it's the second preseason game, so we'll see. But I want to see if Tibbs, and I think we saw it today, he took out Dennis Lake, put Frank back in. He had Quickly playing over Dennis as well. I think Quickly can take Dennis's minutes at any point. But some of the other young players today, Mitch, Knox, and Obi, all kind of struggled tonight. Mitch again with the fouling. Again, Mitch had an okay game, right? He has 8 points, 6 rebounds. He's active, but Mitch had 5 fouls in 19 minutes, and he had 5 after 12. So Tibbs left him out there to get the 6th one, basically. But I think you can see why Tibbs has kind of been a bit hesitant to start Mitch, and it's still like these issues with Mitch linger despite his talent.
To be honest, I was watching Mitch's demeanor and it just seemed a little off. It seemed a little off, and it seemed to me like some of the rumors that that we're hearing, with Tibbs saying that he, I guess he doesn't have like the right work ethic and that kind of thing, and then him going, as you mentioned before, him having the 6 different agents. there's something else. There's something more going on there. And it's affecting. I think it's affecting his game because he should not be in that kind of foul trouble again, like consistently. Now, again, it's only the second game, so maybe he's gonna get,
But it's the third year. But it's the third year. It's the third year.
So third year, he shouldn't be getting in that kind of foul trouble.
And you know what it is? It's not just, he's in foul trouble. The fouls Mitch made today, first of all, he had that very stupid flagrant foul on Blake Griffin, which is nothing but, that is just undisciplined basketball. Jumping up like that, coming down, there's no part of that's a basketball play, right? Mm-hmm. And just some other silly fouls, like I think, he missed a shot and they were going back the other end, and like the defense was actually set up and he just fouled him because he was frustrated. Right. There are bad fouls that come in the course of the game. I think Frank had a couple of those today where he was being too aggressive, but Mitch was getting bad fouls that are like outside even I'm trying to do the right thing but messing up. It's just like his discipline, you can see compared to Nerlens. Nerlens is there and Nerlens is solid. Nerlens is in the right spot at the right time. Even if his talent is not the same, he's doing the right things. And that's why I think for sure Mitch is not going to start the season. Mitch is really going to have to prove himself to Tibbs. Knox today, it was rough. It's 2 points, 4 rebounds. And I think, I know we're not talking about points specifically, but I think with guys like Knox and stuff like this, it's like they're offensive players. So it's a little bit worrying when guys who are not good at defense are also kind of struggling on offense.
Yeah. I mean, Kevin, not too much out of him today. I will say though, with Obi, even though I know he didn't score a whole lot of points, again, I liked his energy on the floor. I liked what he brought to the table. I liked how I feel like he made the rest of the team sort of step up the game a little bit with the energy, So it's fine for them to struggle as well. Like, I'm totally fine with seeing everyone struggle right now. Go through the struggles now. Like, go through your learning parts right now, because this is the time you're supposed to do it. They didn't have much time to really practice anyway. So this is all still kind of practice going on.
Yeah, 100%. Obi, that's the thing with Obi, right? Is a baseline level of energy you're getting from him. So that's something I love, and I think it's what annoys people about Kevin Knox. Though I did see him try a little bit more tonight. He had a little put-back dunk, stuff like that. But with Obi, even if his game is not going well, that level of energy, that baseline level of energy and effort's always going to be there, and he's going to maybe make something happen. His handle was a little bit weaker today, made some mistakes on defense. So you saw after the really nice debut, you definitely saw a bit more of the bad side of Obi, which is we're trying to, like you said, no real, training camp was a week, but he didn't have summer league. I think summer league would have helped him. His summer league is going to kind of be the first month of the season. So it's kind of like trial by fire, but struggles all around for the younger Knicks today. I would say Quickly and RJ are the two that kind of come out this game looking better. I think Quickly definitely earned some minutes. I think Quickly and Dennis Smith Jr., I just do not see what Dennis Smith Jr. does better than Emmanuel Quickly. I think RJ, great to see him tonight, really step up and really take it on. If RJ can do this season long, 25 points tonight. I'm looking for not even 20. I'm looking for 18, 19 points per game from RJ this year. And then, I want to see Mitch clean it up a little bit. Tibbs, he was angry after the first game. Mm-hmm. So you can only imagine tonight where we clearly played way worse. And Detroit adjusted to what we did.
Right, that's the thing. Detroit did adjust to what we did. If you remember the first game, it was a really low-scoring game for Detroit, right?
Yeah, 90-84.
But I remember, it was a low-scoring game for them, and 91-99, so kind of around the same, I guess. But I remember at some point it was 66 points, and you were like, wow, look at how the Knicks have really kept them down with their scoring. Yes, RJ, great. He's shone, and this is what we want to see from him. Quickly, loved what I saw from him. The young players really, and I did see Tibbs there screaming at them at the sidelines, which is good because I think it gives them that energy, and I think it makes them very serious, sort of knowing that he's being strict from the get-go. This is not, yes, it's preseason, but he's like, no, I want to see effort from you guys. I want to see you guys doing the right thing. So they got kinks to work out, obviously. He's on the TV now, so let's see what he has to say. This is Tibbs giving some of his final thoughts. Let's see what he has to say too.
It's not going to be good. I'll say this about the defense tonight. The intensity was not there to start. The way we came in the first game, you felt everybody was dying out there. That enthusiasm, 9 months off, etc. Today didn't start with that, though we picked it up late. But first two preseason games out the way. We're going to be here for much more. We have some more stuff coming as well. We're going to analyze what we've seen so far in the first couple of games. Thank you for watching. Apologies if there are issues with the stream. From my point of view, it looked like Trey froze a couple of times as we were talking. Yeah. So, guys, again, this is our first time trying out this stuff. Preseason, we're just like Tibbs. We're trying stuff out to see what works. Peace out, guys. Take care.